There is a very specific, suffocating kind of silence that happens right before a friendship ends. It is never an argument, it is never a dramatic text or a dramatic exit, it is just fading. You are sitting next to them, breathing the exact same air, but suddenly they feel mile away. But deep down, you know you can never go back. I used to be the one send the first text. I used to build the bridges, but lately I find myself just staring at a screen in a quiet room, waiting for a reply. You look at the old pictures on your phone, snapshots of the time when everything felt effortless. The 3 a.m. diner runs, sitting on the pavement in the dark, laughing until your ribs ache over nothing at all. You look at those faces and recognize the smile, but the people, they belong in a different lifetime. We are sending echoes into a void, pretending someone is still listening on the other side. The group chat just slowly turned into a graveyard. At first, it was just longer gaps between messages. Then it became a space where we only shared polite updates, no inside jokes, no more shared secrets, just the digital equivalent of nodding at a stranger in a hallway. And the worst part is when you finally meet up, you sit across from them at a table, and there is this heavy, suffocating weight in the air. You are both searching for the right words, desperately digging through the past to find something. You end up forcing laugh. You put on a mask. You play the character they expected you to be, the version of you that died years ago. To keep them comfortable, it drains everything out of you. It is exhausting, playing pretend, trying to fit into the vastness of who you are, becoming into the tiny box of who they remember. You start watering yourself down just to keep the peace, just to avoid the terrible truth that you no longer fit in. For a long time, I blamed myself. I thought there was something wrong with me. Why couldn't I just hold on? Why I was outgrowing the very people who built me. The guilt eats away at you in the very quiet moments at night. But outgrowing someone does not mean that they are a bad person, and it does not mean that you are a bad person either. It just means the bridge that connected your Iceland finally crumbled under the weight of time. The foundation washed away while you were both looking the other way. So one day I stopped. I stopped reaching out. I stopped forcing the connection. And the most terrifying part, the universe did not collapse. The days just went on. You realized you did not lose them today. You lost them months ago. You are just finally admitting it. It was not just a sudden explosion. It was just the slow leaking of air from a balloon. I noticed the silence, and for the first time, I chose not to fill it. I just sit it there, and they let it sit there too. We mutually surrendered to the quiet. Outgrowing people, you love them, feels betrayal. You look at old photographs and wonder where that version of you went. But holding on to a distant attachment is just a different kind of pain. You were supposed to be forever. Now we are just nostalgic stories I tell myself when the night gets too heavy. There is strange, quiet grief in walking away from someone who is still alive. Because they're still out there, living a life that no longer includes you. Sometimes I see something they would love, a song, a meme, a random observation in the middle of the street. My thumb hovers over their name on my phone, and then I slowly put the phone back in my pocket. The impulse is still there, but the bridge is gone. I still hear the laugh in my head sometimes. I still remember the exact way they would say my name when they were annoyed or excited or heartbroken. But eventually, the quiet room stops feeling so terrifying. The silence stops feeling like a punishment and starts feeling like peace. You realize making space in your life sometimes means letting go of people who no longer fit inside it. To the friends I have lost on the way, thank you. Thank you for the chapters we wrote. I do not regret a single page, but the book has to keep going, and we are writing different stories now. I still hope they are okay. I really do. But I cannot keep sitting back in the cold, waiting for a fire that had already burnt out. Silence is my answer now, and I'm finally learning to just sit with it, letting them go into the dark. Bye bye. See you in the next one.